Welcome back to Great Day Houston. If you're going through a divorce, and as we know, so many people will, choosing the right attorney can save you a lot of time, money, and keep you sane. Matt Tyson is with the law office of Matt Tyson. Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Before we get to some tips, some things that people oftentimes don't think about, just want to kind of back up with you. You love the law, and you've loved it since you were a child.
I do, and I love what I do. I think that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and I can honestly say I haven't worked since I've graduated law school, so
wow. All right.
Love what I do.
Yeah, I went to undergrad at UT,
yes.
and then law school at
Texas Tech. I'm from Lubbock originally, so went home and finished up law school there.
You started your own law firm right out of school.
I did.
And you're really adamant about educating people about how to choose an attorney. For example, read the reviews online. You have that advantage today.
Right. So, you know, there's several good lawyers in Houston. We're a big city. But what all of us good attorneys have is in common is we all have good reviews. And so what I tell people is you're going to spend a lot of money on every attorney. Take the time, do some research, and make sure you're not wasting that money.
Yeah. Also, make sure you interview them, because a lot about what the attorney is about, especially if you're dealing with a divorce, is how that person, because you're part counselor, you're part everything, really, right?
Everything.
How that person jives with you.
Exactly. My style is different than other people's styles. I'm real blunt. I'm going to tell you like it is. You know, good things, bad things. I don't sugarcoat things.
Yeah.
And so some people that's not going to jive right with them.
But when you say you're real blunt, what that says to me is you're saving us money, because you're cutting through a lot of stuff and just getting straight to the point, so people can get the end result that they're looking for. Asking about cost, for example, understand what the billing, how that's done, so you're not surprised at the end of the deal.
Absolutely. You need to be upfront with, you know, what are you going to do? What are your charges going to be? How often are you going to get billed? There should never be a surprise where, you know, at the end of your case you're hit with a $10,000 bill. No one wants that. And believe it or not, there are actually attorneys that do that around here.
Surprise, right? Yeah. You also give your cell phone number.
I do. I'm available 24/7. All my clients have my personal cell. It's not a bat phone. It's the only phone I have, and so they can reach me at any time.
Yeah. When it comes to divorce, you also do criminal, but when it comes to divorce, people know nothing about it until they have to know something about it. And there's a lot of confusion out there because every state can be different.
Sure.
Let's start with someone who says, I don't want a divorce, so I'm not going to sign, so I'm not going to give them the divorce. In Texas, it's a little bit different deal.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea. So if you don't want to sign, you don't want to fill out any paperwork, what's going to happen is some lawyer like me is going to default you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get to pick and choose what I want that to look like.
Yeah, because we're a no-fault state, right?
Exactly.
You can't hold up a divorce simply because you don't want one.
Correct. Just because you don't want to sign for it doesn't mean you can stop it. There's nothing you can do. If someone wants out, they're going to be able to get out.
Yeah, in Texas at least. All right, okay. Community property, 50-50, we're going right down the middle. Not always.
Not always. Now, general rule of thumb, that's what I tell my clients, is at a basic level, look, we start off with community property. You and your spouse, y'all have accumulated some property during the marriage. That's your property. We're going to divide that in a fair and just manner.
Yeah.
Now, at the same token, we have lawyers draining that community property. The smartest decision, I tell every client this, is to divide that early, before we drain that down, before you're paying me, before you're paying some other lawyer
that you're fighting over.
Exactly.
Right?
Don't spend a ton of legal fees fighting over a plate. The classic example I have is the WWE Championship belt that was fake. That we found a replica online on eBay for $100, and I don't even want to tell you how much my client spent fighting over that.
Yeah, okay, that's when our whole emotional self takes over.
Exactly.
Okay, but what if you bought the house before you're married? It's mine.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
So every case is unique, and I don't ever like to give blanket statements because everyone's unique. But with the house, it may be your separate property if it was completely paid for prior to the marriage. But if you've paid part of the mortgage with community property during the marriage, that percentage of what's been paid is community.
Yeah, that equity
So your
in there.
spouse is going to have a claim of that.
Yeah.
Now, what the percentage is, I can't tell you until we look at it, but they're going to have a claim.
Yeah, and so, okay, we saw the movie star that got divorced, and his ex-wife is getting $200,000 a month in alimony. So there's alimony in Texas is also a different deal.
We're not an alimony state.
Yeah.
We do have what's called spousal maintenance, but there's certain requirements in order for you to qualify for that. And again, you're going to hear me say this a lot, but every case is unique.
Different. Yeah. Amount of child support. I think one of the things that people get confused is there's a difference between being supported and child support.
Right.
Child support is for that child, and there's a deemed amount that you could have to pay, but you could pay more if you wanted to, right?
Correct.
So that's all negotiable.
Correct. So with child support here in Texas, we cap it. So it's capped at 20% of your income to the first $8,300.
Yeah.
So if you make more than $8,300 a month, you're going to be capped at $1,710 for one child.
Okay.
If it's less than that, it'll be 20% of your income. If you have two children, it'll be 25%, and we can go up and growing up.
There are a couple of people I know who've said, I'm just going to get a divorce online. We're going to do it ourselves. But there are a lot of people I know who say the reason why they're so glad that they hired an attorney like you is because there's so many things that they've never thought about. For example, who's going to pay for the child's college at one point, especially when you have children, right? Can you move? How far can you move away from me? All those types of things that you aren't thinking about, you have all that stuff set and you can put it in place so that people can get things wrapped up quickly and not leave something on the table.
Absolutely.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. You're going to be with us over the coming months with great legal advice, but thank you very much for joining us today. To get in touch with Matt Tyson, you can call this number, 713-869-7474, 713-869-7474, and for more information, log on to mtysonlaw.com.